So, hi, Stuart. It's Adam here, the principal partner for Elite Leaders. I look after the partners, as you know, for Elite Leaders. Thank you for taking the time out to spend a little bit of time with me today. Stuart, I think today what we really want to get out of this particular session is to give our members a bit of an insight about you and your business. So, and also to perhaps, reach out to the larger audiences that are out there in the recruitment space and find out a little bit more about you. So my first question for you, Stuart, is when was the organization founded? Who is the organization? And what exactly does the organization Needlestack do? So over to you, sir.
Yeah, well, we started the business in August 2013, and it was started on the basis of helping. Its primary purpose really was to help recruitment companies get more out of recruitment technology. So that included everything from CRM systems through websites, through other software related products, and to get the most out of whatever they've bought, to help them on the journey to implement technology, to help train them in what they've got, train them in what they want to buy, help them select, etc. And I found it was a fairly decent sized gap in the market, because traditionally recruitment companies tend to want to go sell, recruit, find people, find clients, do what they do best. And they don't spend an awful lot of time learning too much about the tech. And so the gap was essentially there to fill that gap for them and be in advisory capacity to help them get the best of what they buy. So that was 2013 in August, and we've been going since then, based here in Scotland. But as people who I work with know, I'm not often in Scotland. I travel quite a lot, and the vast majority of what I do is actually England or even overseas. So a good number of your existing Elite members are existing clients and people I've known for some time. And long may that continue.
Fantastic. So why do they buy you? What is it that you've got that the recruiters out there are buying into?
I think they buy into the experience, they buy into the knowledge. Having been on site for several hundred clients in all the time I've been doing this, and it's not really since just 2013. I originally started properly in recruitment in '96 and got involved in CRM technology at that point as well. Various times I bought it, various times implemented it, and many times helped companies along the way. So it's quite a lot of time. So they buy into that experience. I say in every project that I do, I pick up something brand new with each project, each part of what I'm doing. And all these combinations of brand new things become the next source of knowledge for the next project. So as you move on, you get better. And generally speaking, you're solving very similar problems for clients along the way. So to be able to give them that best practice, that knowledge, stop them going down rabbit holes, to stop them spending more money than they need to, that's what they buy. Just that experience and advice, really.
Yeah, excellent. Could you give me a few examples of, you don't have to name any names, but maybe some testimonial case studies, name some names if you want to, of, long-term relationships, new relationships, referrals, that sort of thing?
We have, like I say, several members of Elite already in the client list, if you like. One recent one, perhaps you could mention, and I'm sure she'll be happy to hear her name mentioned, is Laura at Osborne Appointments. We've done quite a lot of work with them. My original involvement was to help them implement the RDB ProNet recruitment CRM. That was about 2018. And so we did a lot to move them from their previous system, which I think was Voyager, which moved into CRM RDB at that point. We've then gone on to produce various different training materials. We've also implemented secured signing, which I'm mentioning today. So that does all the document signing for them, integrated with the product. And more recently, we've invested quite a bit of time with them to produce a wide range of Power BI graphs and analytics tools, joined up in real time to both their financial systems and to their CRM. So it's a long-term relationship and various different projects along the way. But basically, it means that they as a company don't have to keep someone with as much technical knowledge themselves on their own staff, for instance. They just call me in from time to time when a project appears. So there's a good example of one company who are a reasonable sized, well-growing, well-managed recruitment company, making the best use of the technology that they have.
Yeah, fantastic. What a great testimonial that is. And I'm sure there'll be others that will be able to reach out to those that are using you and, get them as a bit of a testimonial and referral for you. So look, you've been connected to Elite for loosely in a way, as we've made that acutely aware together. But now you've decided to partner with us, which is great for both of us to increase our sort of exposure for you and bring you more into the sort of fold of what the partners can offer. But why Elite? What is it about Elite that you like, Stuart? Tell us some good stuff.
Yeah, of course. In my position and my connection to many customers and people who are leaders and indeed owners of businesses and recruitment, I get quite a lot of approaches for things like this. And I've tried a few along the way. Some of them more effective than others. The thing I find different about Elite, though, is the members themselves are notoriously proactive. They help each other first and don't worry too much about the consequences, rather than let's find out where the money is and let's find out who can be charged what. So when things come up through email and they come through WhatsApp and so on, within a few minutes of someone asking for what is just genuine advice, they've got the advice they're looking for. Relationships are being built and people are just genuinely trying to help. So we all want to get better. And I love that. That fits perfectly well with the way I operate myself. As most of my clients know, I'm the kind of person who'll quite happily help you along the way and not care about charging it until I really need to. And that's the way the members all seem to be as well. I'm sure on the battlefield, a lot of these members are in hot competition. But when it comes down to actually an Elite, they seem to be doing the right thing by the industry and the right thing by the members. And I like that. I think that's a tremendous place to be. Long may that continue. I hope that doesn't ever change and become a place where people compete, fight with each other and all that kind of thing. I think the key thing is there's a genuine willingness for each other to get better with each other's help.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, you come across as a people person, and I think that's what people buy, isn't it? At the end of the day, and
Yes.
you make a lot of good statements and great comments there, Stuart. And what, but let's get to know the person behind the business. What makes Stuart, get out of bed every morning. Tell us a little bit about you, Stuart. Tell us something that we don't know.
Wow. Okay. I grew up in the Shetland Islands, way up north. Educated up there, came down to university. Never really went properly back, so I got a degree in chemical and process engineering. Did that for about 2.5, 3 years. Discovered I was very good at talking about it, but not particularly good at doing it. So got into sales from there, and then from sales through the early 90s into the mid 90s, I ended up, actually, believe it or not, I was asked to be a general manager for a recruitment company, having had no recruitment experience at all. What the owner of the business wanted was someone who's well networked and known in the engineering space, and that's how I got the role. And that was my first brush with technology as well, implementing CRM systems, and that was 96. So you can imagine the technology's moved on quite considerably since then. And so, yeah, did all that for all those years, several jobs, several companies, one quite big company and one quite big job for a while before I set this as well. I've been fortunate enough to travel the world with what I've done. So I've been all across Europe. I've been to Australia, Dubai, and New Zealand. Yeah, I've been very fortunate in what I've done so far. The industry's been good to me.
Fantastic. No, thank you for that. Look, it's always nice to get an insight about the person that's behind the business. Look, we could probably talk all day, and I think this has been really valuable for me, very valuable, hopefully, for you. And I'm sure our members will be really interested in perhaps learning a little bit more about the operations and the solutions that you actually do. So look, I think that's pretty much from my side of things, things covered off. And, I sort of echo, if anybody of the members that haven't been in touch with you, please do to get in touch. And what would be the best way to get in touch with you, Stuart? How is the best way to engage with you?
Several. I mean, obviously through Elite would be the easiest because we're all connected in there. LinkedIn, I've got a fairly busy LinkedIn profile. Quite a lot of recommendations in the LinkedIn profile. My client's been kind enough to put that there, so have a read of them. Obviously my own website, needlestack.co.uk. And yeah, just get in touch. info@needlestack.co.uk comes through to me as well. In terms of summarizing all the things that I can help you with, CRM is obviously one thing. Power BI, Microsoft Analytics tools for actually surfacing your data. That's another big project we're working on just now. One of the biggest streams to my business, of course, is secured signing, which you see here. Secured signing, our company has the representations for secured signing in Europe. They're based in New Zealand, and we look after Europe. So it's everything from, well, effectively Western Europe through to Ireland, all English speaking type business. We don't just service the recruitment industry, we also look after other industries as well for that particular product. And we have it integrated with various CRMs as well. So it comes to be quite a common tool that lots of people have to use. No one uses paper anymore. Environmentally, you shouldn't, and you can prove far better that people have signed and meant to sign electronically. So hence the technology. So any of these technologies you want to get in touch with, anybody that is interested in looking at that kind of market, I guess make a call. Calls are free.
Fantastic. No, Stuart, been an absolute pleasure. Really enjoyed getting to know you a little bit better. And I'm sure our members would be very interested in taking up your offer of getting in touch and finding out a little bit more. So look, have a fantastic rest of the day and a great weekend. And I hope to see you soon at a live event that's, in the near future, that we're coming out of this COVID world, perhaps where we can get to meet face to face.